There are patterns in a person's life, quiet patterns, that slowly close the doors to God's blessings. Not loud rebellion, not dramatic sins, just habits. Habits so subtle, so common, that most people never question them. And yet, Scripture shows us something sobering. These patterns can push a person into the same wilderness the Israelites wandered in for 40 long years, walking in circles, praying the same prayers, wondering why heaven feels silent. The most dangerous part? These habits rarely feel sinful. They feel normal, they feel justified. Sometimes, they even feel wise. But beneath the surface, they slowly distance the heart from God. Today, we uncover 4 of these hidden patterns, and as you listen, don't rush past them. Pause, reflect, and ask yourself honestly, has this taken root in me? Habit 1. The poison of complaining. The first pattern that provokes God's anger is constant complaining. Not just about life's storms, but about everything. Your work, your circumstances, your relationships, your timing. At first glance, it seems harmless, just frustration, just venting. But Scripture reveals something deeper. In Numbers 11:1, we are told that when the people complained, the Lord heard it, and his anger burned against them. Notice what the verse does not say. It does not say they were worshiping idols. It does not say they committed some shocking sin. It says, they complained? Why would something so common stir heaven's anger? Because every complaint carries a hidden message. It whispers, God, you made a mistake. It declares, my life should be different than what you allowed. Complaining is not merely negativity, it is pride, wearing the mask of frustration. Now understand this clearly. Bringing your struggles to God is not wrong. Prayer welcomes honesty, but constant grumbling is different. It keeps the eyes locked on problems instead of promises. The Israelites saw miracles. They saw manna fall from heaven, water pour from stone, a sea split open before them. Yet they complained, and what should have been a short journey became 40 years of wandering. Complaining doesn't just reveal dissatisfaction, it delays destiny. Habit 2. Stealing credit from heaven. The second habit is more subtle. It is pride, hidden inside success. Life begins to go well. Doors open, your work produces results, and slowly, almost unconsciously, a thought begins to form. I did this. But listen to the warning given in Deuteronomy 8. God says, you may say in your heart, my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. Then he reminds them of something powerful. It is God who gives the ability, the strength, the opportunity, the breath in your lungs, even the talent you claim is yours, was first placed in your hands by heaven. History gives us a chilling example. King Nebuchadnezzar stood on the roof of his palace and said, is this not the great Babylon I have built by my mighty power? In that moment, pride reached heaven, and God removed his sanity. Until the king finally lifted his eyes upward and acknowledged the source of his power. When we take credit for what God has done, we slowly write him out of the story. And when God is removed from the story, the blessings begin to disappear with him. Habit 3. Becoming blind to need. The third habit is one that grows quietly. It begins with busyness, responsibilities, deadlines, goals, and slowly, without realizing it, a person's world becomes very small, centered around themselves, their plans, their struggles, their ambitions, until one day, they stop noticing people. The lonely coworker, the struggling neighbor, the quiet person who sits alone every Sunday, Jesus spoke very clearly about this in Matthew 25. He described a moment when people will stand before him, surprised by his words. I was hungry and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me nothing to drink. They will ask, Lord, when did we see you hungry? And his answer will shake them. Whatever you did not do for the least of these, you did not do for me. Ignoring the needy is not always cruelty. Often, it is simply indifference. But indifference hardens the heart. Even Sodom, according to Ezekiel 16, fell into destruction not only because of immorality, but because they became arrogant, comfortable, and unconcerned for others. A heart that cannot see pain cannot reflect the heart of God. Habit 4. The trap of rationalized disobedience. The final habit may be the most dangerous of all. It is the art of making excuses. While convincing yourself you are being wise, God whispers an instruction. Forgive, give, let go, step forward in faith. But instead of obedience, the mind begins negotiating. Not yet. Maybe later. This situation is different. King Saul walked this exact path. God commanded him to completely destroy the Amalekites, but Saul kept the best livestock. His reasoning sounded spiritual. I saved them to sacrifice to the Lord. But the prophet Samuel responded with words that still echo through time. To obey is better than sacrifice. Partial obedience is still disobedience. Rationalized delay is still rebellion. And the tragedy of Saul's story is this: his excuses cost him a kingdom. The pattern behind all four. Look closely at these habits. None of them feel rebellious. Complaining feels like honesty. Taking credit feels like confidence. Ignoring others feels like focus. Making excuses feels like wisdom. But together, they slowly close the door to God's blessings. Think about it. How can God entrust you with more if you resent what you already have? How can He bless your success if you erase Him from the story? How can He use you to help others if you refuse to see them? How can He guide your steps if you keep rewriting His instructions? These patterns create invisible ceilings over a person's life. The Israelites wandered because of them, and many believers today feel stuck for the same reason. But here is the good news. God's anger is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to correct you. He is not fighting against you. He is fighting against the patterns that are holding you back. And the moment you recognize them, the moment you turn away from them, the wilderness begins to end. Blessings begin to flow again. Clarity returns. Direction returns. Your breakthrough may not require a new prayer. It may require a new pattern. So take a moment. Look honestly at your life. Which of these habits has quietly taken root? Break it today, because tomorrow is never promised. And the path toward God's best begins with one decision, one step, one act of obedience.